Hi, this is Tony with StuffSeniorsNeed.com, and I am coming to you today with a video about what to expect from a free elder law seminar in your area. I recently had the chance to attend one, which was being done by a fellow member of the Long Island chapter of the National Aging in Place Council, Fred Kramer. Fred has been providing elder law services for 27 years, and he was gracious enough to invite me to the seminar just to see what went on. Now, Fred's lecture was based around Medicaid eligibility, qualifying for Medicaid, and how to shield your assets so that, your home health care and your nursing home costs in your later years don't destroy what took a lifetime for you to save. The other thing that was abundantly clear was that because Medicaid is a joint federal-state program, there are 50 different sets of rules to cover the Medicaid process. What this means is that something that Fred discussed, which might be legal in New York, might not be legal in another state. So I am going to not get into the intense details because some of them were rather intense. And what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to focus on the basic ideas that he went over. What I have to say, though, before going on is I was very impressed with the fact that there was not any sales pitch or anything that could be considered a high-pressure sales tactic. Of course, there was the sign-in sheet when you came in and the obligatory coffee and pastries. But at the end of the seminar, Fred just simply said, "Thank you for attending. Please fill out the survey so you can critique me, and I'll use that to improve future seminars." And that was it, which I felt was very professional because it's going to be the quality of the information that he shared with people that's going to get him future clients. Because by the end of the seminar, the attendees were asking nothing but specific questions about their own situation and how to protect their own nest egg. So here were the basic points he covered. First of all, the most important paper in estate planning is a power of attorney with a gifting rider attached to it. Fred recommends long-term care insurance to those clients, normally as younger clients, but as well as seniors who can afford it. And even though we were discussing Medicaid eligibility, the question came up, what do I need a long-term care policy for when I can just go on Medicaid? And the answer was, long-term care will pay for an assisted living facility, and that's something Medicaid will not. Fred then went into the assets that are exempt and considered excludable assets. These can include your home, if the healthy spouse is still living there, some IRAs, depending upon your age and your distribution, where you were at with that. He discussed spousal transfers to allow the unhealthy spouse to qualify for Medicaid and to allow the 5-year look-back period to take place. He went into gifting options, and he also discussed something known as the rule of halves. It's an innovative loan that can legally allow you to avoid some troubles that transfers and gifts could cause. Something I definitely wouldn't recommend doing without an elder law attorney. He wrapped things up really with an in-depth discussion of the concept of what an irrevocable trust is and how that can shield assets from Medicaid. And note, as I am going through what he talked about, I'm trying to keep things as vague as possible, and this is for two reasons. First of all, the rules in New York that Fred described may not apply outside of New York, so I might be giving you false information. And then because I was taking notes as fast as I could, if I mistranscribe something, okay, I don't want to get myself or Fred into trouble if I'm not completely accurate with those details. Overall, I would say the 2 hours I invested were well worth my time. And if you're a senior or the adult child of a senior, this is the type of seminar you need to attend in your area so you can get acquainted with the local laws governing Medicaid and start planning now. Remember that Medicaid requires a 5-year look back, so you have to start planning now. And now finally, just as a thank you, I want to tell you a little bit about my host. Fred Kramer, like I said, he has been an elder law attorney in Farmingdale, New York for the past 27 years. And I can tell you, based upon the knowledge he shared with me at this seminar, and also the way that I have seen him share his time with the senior community through the Long Island chapter of the National Aging in Place Council, I cannot recommend him enough to a family that's looking to shield their assets from nursing home costs. So if you are in the New York, Long Island area, and you need to contact an elder law attorney, his number is right there. You could not do better. This is Tony with Stuff Seniors Need, and I'll see you next time. Take care.